welcome back to my channel. So I'm back. I know school is busy, work is busy, Etsy is busy. I'm sure all of you who are in school know that it is a busy time of year, and I am in Texas, so we had Hurricane Harvey for a little bit. So school was canceled and all this stuff, but I'm back. Today I'm going to be filming some PR that I got. So obviously it was sent to me, but like y'all know, all opinions are my own. I'm really proud because I picked this foundation shade off the website. I'm actually really good at picking foundation off websites, but like in person I can't find my own color. The only thing I have played with was the foundation, but I swatched it on my neck just to see if it was the same color because I just really could not resist and couldn't wait to see how much I really screwed up. I'm literally only going to show y'all the products that I'm using. I will tell y'all obviously how it sets down with powder, all that other good stuff. I have a foundation, eyeshadow palette, and lip gloss. So I will be doing updates throughout the day. I'm probably gonna have to do them via Snapchat. Just a little interruption. I'm going to go in with the Becca Velvet Blurring Primer Perfecting Base. I got this in a influencer box and I really do like it. It's kind of like a foundation formula, like it's very runny, as you can see. I'm doing my updates via Snapchat because I'm going straight from school to work, and honestly I can't bring this camera into work. I'll be lucky if I can even videotape. So it is 9 o'clock now and I'm not getting home until about 8:30 tonight. So I will do updates. So we are going to go in with a brush and a beauty blender just so I can test out really to see how well it works. For my brush, we're going to go in with a Morphe E6. This is from this month's Morphe Me box. And we're going to go in with the MiraBella Skin Tint Cream Full Coverage Foundation in the shade In. Obviously, it's very, very pale. I like this pump. This makes me feel so fancy just when the pumps are clear and see-through. I don't know, the packaging is very sleek. To me, it feels very bougie, but that could just be me. And we're just gonna pump. I mean, you get a pretty good size amount here. And we are just going to start working this into our skin. Y'all, like this is honestly like a perfect match to my neck. Like it's kind of mind-boggling how well I did with picking this shade. I'm quite proud. This part of my face is completely covered. I like it. We're gonna go in with the beauty sponge on my forehead just because that is a spot that I do have a lot of issues with, and my face is actually really clear right now. And my face is kind of my forehead is the only place that's kind of freaking out. So I just want to go in with a beauty blender and see how it covers on acne spots because I really don't have any anywhere else, which is actually a miracle. I looked at my skin yesterday and like low-key freaked out. I was like, you go girl. I do have to use quite a bit more, obviously, if I'm using a beauty sponge because the beauty blender soaks up a majority of the product. So that's a downer, but that's kind of how most foundations work. I think it gives about the same amount of coverage, but since it's really not that thick of a foundation, I would prefer to use it with a brush. That way I don't have to use 2 pumps literally on my forehead when I just used 1 pump for half of my face. So I think we're going to go back to the brush just for sake of conserving the product, because if I like this, homegirl doesn't have the money to buy a new one. So compared to is the Wet n Wild foundation. Like a lot of times when I wear that, I forget that I have makeup on even though I have powder and everything on top of it, and then I touch my face and I'm like, ooh girl, you messed up. But it goes on so easily, and it's a very like, they're not joking when they say it's full coverage. Like, it's full coverage. We are covered, y'all. Granted, we don't have a lot to cover right now. Let's celebrate that. But okay, so far this is really working great. I really like it. Good coverage. We'll see if it oxidizes throughout the day. We'll see how it stays, if it gets oily like the Wet n Wild one. I know I keep referring it to, but it has such a similar texture. The Wet n Wild one works really well. It does last all day, but throughout the day you get oily. Like you get, or personally, I get very bad oily, and I really don't have oily skin. I have dry skin. So I know y'all saw me just put my Naked Skin Concealer on, but this is blending out like incredibly quickly, and I do think it has to do with the formula of the foundation, because with my Rimmel Stay Matte foundation I cannot wear any concealer on top because it literally picks up the foundation and I will have just bare skin right here. So that was literally like record timing. That's like I fast forwarded putting this on. Wow. Okay, well, another point with that, it works well with concealer, and I guess the formulas just work really well together, so that's another plus in my book. Okay, looks good with the powder. We're looking very blurred. Like my pores, I can't see them. That also has to do with the Becca primer. So now I'm going to go in with the MiraBella Chroma eyeshadow collection, and of course when y'all see this you're gonna know why I picked it when you see the color range. Like, look at those colors. Okay, so one thing, I do not see a brown transition shade here, which that honestly doesn't matter because there are light shades in here that we can use as transition shades. So we are just going to use our Hoola bronzer as our transition shade. No biggie at all. I'm gonna go in with my Sonia Kashuk brush like always, and we're just going to put this down in the crease. Go in with one of my favorite brushes. This is a Morphe M433 brush. It is a flat top blending brush, which means it's flat on both sides, not poofy all the way around. I find it very easy to work with in my crease. I do have hooded eyes, so I do suggest brushes like this to girls with hooded eyes. This is called Prismatic. I hope I'm reading this correctly. Yeah, this is Prismatic, so we're just going to pick this up on my brush. There's absolutely no kickback, so that is a plus. Ooh, this is a little bit more shimmery than I thought it was, but you know what? Makeup is makeup. We're gonna be okay. That's actually, this is a shimmer, not a matte, and if you know anything about makeup, you're really not supposed to put shimmers in your crease because that's just kind of like not what you're supposed to do. But you know what? It's a really pretty shade, so it's just gonna be one of those days, guys. We're just gonna jump straight in and we're gonna see how these dark colors work. We're going to go in with Eminence. It's this pretty purple shade, and you know, we're just gonna hope for the best, and we're just gonna plop this in. Ooh, that's really pretty. It's a really pretty shade. I feel like purples are very hard to get like a bright pigmentation to them because reds and purples I feel like are the absolute hardest shades to make. So if a purple or a red doesn't have a lot of payout at first, I never judge it by that because I do realize that it's a very difficult shade to work with and to make. I really like this. Okay, guys. These are blending together very nicely. They go on very quickly. Once again, a lot of their formulas go on very quickly on the skin. Blend out really nicely. And I'm going to show y'all a trick that I like to do whenever my concealer is running really low. I'm going to go in with this Naked Skin concealer, and y'all, there's like barely anything left in this tube. And this is what I like to do when I'm doing a cut crease. Instead of getting concealer on a brush, let me zoom y'all in actually so y'all can see this a little better. Y'all have seen me do this, but I don't think I've ever explained why I do it. Just take literally, y'all, there's barely any product on here, and this is how I cut my crease whenever I need like a very precise lid. I find that it works best with concealers that have doe foot applicators like this one, but you're getting like literally every single piece of money, every cent you put into this product out. Like, y'all, I'm having to like scrape this on the side of this product. Like, there is nothing left. We have our cut crease, and honestly I like doing this more because if I try to do it with like a small concealer brush or something, I really screwed up, y'all. I don't really want to do a dark look today. I was going to go in with this gold, but I really just don't want to. I want a bright eye look. Do I want a okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go in with that pink again, the Prismatic, and then we're going to go in with the gold on the edges, which is in Goddess. So we're just going to pick this up on this concealer brush. We're going to put this on the inner corner. We're going to pick up Goddess. This is such a pretty gold shade. Ooh, yes. I live for a good gold. And if anybody comes at me for how I'm holding my eyeshadow brush, go away. So the rest of the face is on. Hair is blow dried. And now we are going to test out our lip product. So I'm just going to clean off my lips here. We are going to go in with the MiraBella Color Luxe Lip Gloss in Flicker. It's this really pretty pink shade. Ooh, it kind of looks like it has a holographic effect to it. And it does have a doe foot applicator. So very pretty, very pretty. I'm really into lip gloss more than I am lipstick. The only lipstick I really wear is the MAC one, and I believe it's literally called Matte. It's a really pretty pink shade, but that's about the only lipstick I like to wear. Other than that, I just think like a pink or a gold lip gloss, I just think it looks best on me. So, okay, that smells good too. It's very sheer, but it still has a lot of color to it. So all I see is the pink. I don't see any of my lips. This is really, really pretty. It doesn't feel sticky. Finish up what I'm going to say, close out this video, and then we'll go back to the lip gloss. So overall, I really like these products. I think my favorite thing is this foundation. It works incredibly well. Like, I haven't seen any oxidation. The concealer went on so easily on top, set down beautifully. This eyeshadow palette is absolutely gorgeous. I love how the gold and the pink on my eyes blended so well together. This lip gloss is a beautiful color. Like I said, I really enjoy lip gloss more than I enjoy lipstick. So this lip gloss, it's great. It's not sticky, not tacky, not sticking to my lips. We'll see how long it wears. Like I said, I'm going to do updates the best that I can. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I will leave MiraBella's link down below if you want to shop any of these products. They also have a lot of other cute eyeshadow palettes. Y'all just know that I had to pick out that one out of every palette on there, of course. So subscribe to my channel before you leave. Also, I have all of my social media links down below. Like I said, I'm very active on those right now. So if you want to keep up with me, follow me on there. Also, the fall palettes for my Etsy shop, Texas House of Glitters, just launched. So if you want to check those out, I will also leave those down below, along with a discount code. Hey guys, so again, I apologize that this is not on my camera and it is on my phone. It is currently 2:14, so I've had this makeup on for about 5 hours now. I have not had to touch up one bit. I did find that here on my forehead, it is starting to break up a little bit, and that's where I applied it with the Beauty Blender. I did not put a brush on my forehead at all. That is mainly specifically where I put the Beauty Blender to see how it blended out and everything. And I want to say that is because that's just how this foundation works with the beauty sponge. So I personally am going to continue using it with a foundation brush. Overall, there is no oxidation. Everything is still set in. I'm not oily. I was a little bit oily here underneath my nose, but that's normally where I lose foundation first, no matter what it is, how expensive it is. Sorry, I'm moving the camera so much. I'm stuck in really bad traffic. But overall, I really like it. So I'm going to try to update y'all again around 6 or 7, so here in about 5 hours. Also, I completely forgot to update y'all about the lips gloss or the eyes. Lip gloss is completely gone, but if this person hits my car, okay, they didn't hit my car. Anyway, lip gloss is 110% gone, but it's a lip gloss, not a lipstick, liquid matte, whatever. It was not sticky. I believe it did come off as I was drinking. I drank throughout the day, and by the time I got home to eat, I'm pretty sure it was already gone. But I was in class, so I really couldn't just focus on that. But the eyes are still going strong. I don't think there's any difference in the shimmer. Shimmer's still looking great, and I really am loving this purple that is in my outer crease. I love all of it. It's still looking really good. So now it is 2:48. So I mean, it's only been 20 minutes since I did my last update, but again, I will update y'all in a couple of hours, so I'll see y'all then. Bye. Okay guys, so it is currently 8 o'clock, so I've had my makeup on for about 11 hours. Sorry, I'm still using my phone. The foundation still looks really, really good. The only issue is right here in my nose area, but like I said, that's normally where my makeup always comes off, and I have been touching my face. Forehead still looks the same. You know, we use the Beauty Blender up there, so there's really no difference on that. The rest of my face looks great and never oxidized. It really matches my skin really, really well. The shimmers on the eyeshadow are still rocking and rolling. They still look really, really great. Absolutely no transfer with the eyeshadow, so I think it's overall a 10-10. I reapplied the lip gloss just because it really does smell and taste really good. So overall, I highly recommend these products. Love them. I highly, highly recommend these products, so I will leave the link down below. And if y'all have any questions, also leave those in the comments.